Hey.
Obviously sound like a broken record, but just how challenging is it just for you, Frank, the coaching staff, and especially the players when it's just hard to find consistency? Obviously, Trevor now going into health and safety protocols.
After 2 great games, right? He comes in, just fills his role very well. You can see why he's here and what he's here for. And then obviously this. And yes, it's difficult, man. I mean, I can't stress how difficult it is, but our response to it is all we control, right? And it's next man up mentality, and it's from a coaching standpoint, a coaching staff standpoint, is detached from whoever was in the rotation. Let's get behind whoever's in the rotation and keep it moving that way, and don't get caught up too much in the complaining part of it.
I know you said yesterday Dwight's back and looking good. Is there any lineup information you can share?
Not yet, but he is definitely going to play tonight. Yeah.
Hey, David, you working with LeBron in Miami. How would you compare the challenges that, have obviously been unique for him this season compared to other seasons? How have you seen him navigate that compared to other years?
He's such a creature of habit that his preparation and his attention to detail and all of that stuff is so in place that for me as a coach coaching him, it makes it easy. The only thing you always concern yourself with is, are we using him too much? Is he tired? Yada, 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 right? But he keeps coming back stronger and fresher and tougher than before. And, I'll say, you want to come out? Nope. And so that's, and, right now, obviously, this is really unique for me because I've never had coached a team with them. And so that's been kind of cool, just having interactions with him from that standpoint. But I just see a guy who, is literally the epitome of the fine wine quote. He's vintage, and his game just keeps getting better. Maybe he doesn't touch the absolute top of the backboard anymore, but he still gets up pretty high. And I just went back through the Spurs game last time we played him, and he had a play where he outran young people and got a dunk. And I was just like, good grief. He turns 37 here. So, hopefully that answers your question. But I just see a guy that just, has really positioned himself to play at a high level as long as he wants to play.
Talked about Trevor for a long time as sort of a missing link in some of the lineups, and he obviously in the last game played a ton of small lineups. With him gone, does that kind of open the door for, especially with Dwight back, more big lineups, more use of your traditional center?
It opens the door for everything. Right now, honestly, everything is on the table, and they understand that. We can't just say, hey, this is what we're doing and lock into that, because we just don't have that luxury right now with the moving pieces, guys in and out of lineup, all of that stuff. We just, we go into it with a plan, but we got to field the game and try to make adjustments accordingly to what gives us the best opportunity.
Hey, Fizz. At the start of the year, I think kind of everybody knew that you guys had lost so many point of attack defenders from last year's roster that it was going to be an issue stopping dribble penetration. As the defense has gotten better as the season's gone on, how have you guys addressed that? Has it been simply better on the ball defense, or has it been better team defense?
It's been all of it, all of the above, and more than anything, it's the willingness to be coached, to see yourself on film, to be open to, absorbing that information. Because, the reality of our team, and I always say I feel for Coach all the time. I always tell Frank this, we don't really get to practice. You guys are usually there after practice, right? We don't practice that much. And it's not because we're trying to go on vacation. Like, the way the season works, the way bodies have been in and out, we are a veteran team. We have to learn more from the visual. And so a lot of stuff, a lot of timing things, a lot of defensive things, a lot of those things are addressed directly on the film. And we have raw film sessions. It's great. The players are super engaged in those, and they talk directly face-to-face to each other. And it's never, we don't make it personal. And we just try to correct it. And then when we get to the games, apply it. And so far, although it's been a up-down progression, our defense has steadily gotten better, and they are applying the principles.
Is going back to LeBron. I think he was 29 when he left Miami, which is probably a guy's physical prime. You would think. I mean, what you're describing, the things he's still able to do, and as you said, going to be 37. What adjustments have you seen him have to make, whether it is in his preparation or his approach on game day, that has allowed this to still be going on 8 years later?
Nothing I'm going to tell you today. But what I see is a guy that just, he knows when he just really has a great feel on when to exert, when to pull back, and what he's mastered, I think, is more than anybody in the league, is the art of positionless basketball. We started talking about that back when we first got him in Miami, but now, even since he's left us, playing in Cleveland, playing here under Frank, like he's basically, I think you saw it the other night, we were plus 21 with him at the 5 or something like that. He's just doing everything, and so that's what, to me, the way he utilizes his brain and his energy and where he puts it, that's what, to me, has just made him so special. And watching him now and how he kind of goes about a 48-minute game. But I'm not giving you the other stuff. Dave?
I couldn't hear you guys. Fizz, what's going on with Frank?
Hey, but
You, Fizz, and what's going on with Frank? What's the update on
Frank? Has COVID.
Yeah, I know that.
And he's at the house watching the game tonight. Of course, we met today as a staff on Zoom, and he helped us attack the game plan and get prepared and all of the good stuff. And then he turns it over to us and let us, do the rest. And so at halftime, I'll have a text with some bullet points that he's seeing, which is awesome because he's seeing it from a different venue with his brain and his eyes, which is super helpful for us as a staff. And that's really where it's at. So, but yeah, that's where he is. That's what's up with Frank. I don't know if he's at his house. He might be at a hotel. I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I didn't even ask him that. So I don't want to sit up here and tell you the wrong thing.
LeBron, how would you compare and contrast how he's handled like teammate dynamics with this group versus the Miami years?
That's a good question. He has, I think it's just with wisdom and seasoning and going through enough stuff, he doesn't panic. He's so patient and poised about everything. Of course, he doesn't like where our team is at right now and the ups and downs of everything, but he has a big picture mindset, and he really sees it in a way that allows him to be urgent but not panicky. And he can address things and help guys through stuff now with this team because he's been through it with 2 other teams prior. Everything guys are going through, he's probably either seen it or been through it himself. And so his patience level and his wisdom is what I see him utilizing more with this group. Whereas, maybe when he was younger, he might have been a little more, getting after it, back when we started slow, the first year we got him in Miami, he was ready to tear somebody's head off. Like, let's go, man. What are we doing? Because the world was all over him, and I just think after going through all of that and the ups and downs of it and winning and losing, like all of us, you hopefully you learn from your suffering and your victories, and you can apply it to the next years of your life. And he's really doing it it's really fun to watch. That's a lot of the times I'm just observing and being a witness to watching him just do this whole thing, and it's really cool to watch. It's so